Welcome to CNTV. I'm Brad Clonch along with Quinn Tran. In this episode, we highlight the Chickasaw Nation's annual meeting and festival.
The week-long events and the 61st annual meeting of the Chickasaw Nation were held online because of the pandemic.
Chickasaw citizens from near and far joined a virtual gathering of our people, September 25th through October 2nd. The online experience included virtual tours, cultural presentations, and activities. View the videos of Festival Week at annualmeeting.chickasaw.net.
We have much to be thankful for, and much has been accomplished.
Governor Bill Anoatubby shared his State of the Nation address online and on the airwaves of KCNP Radio. Governor Anoatubby says the Chickasaw Nation's financial outlook is strong. He spoke about the tribe's dedication to developing and delivering programs and services that enhance the overall quality of life of the Chickasaw people.
History has shown us that our people and our nation have faced and overcome many challenges. That we've always been a nation of strong people, and in turn, a strong nation because of our people. Today, we remain unconquered and unconquerable. Through sound fiscal management, foresight, and planning, we have been able to absorb and overcome current challenges. Our dedicated and hardworking employees are committed to our mission to enhance the overall quality of life of the Chickasaw people. We are strong because of the commitment, a commitment to Chickasaws around the country, a commitment to providing a better nation for those that come after us, and a commitment to leading the Chickasaw Nation into a bright and flourishing future. Our nation is strong because we are a united people. Just as these bonds have served us throughout history, we can be certain they will carry us long into the future. Today, as we celebrate our progress and look ahead to even greater heights, we can be certain the state of our nation, the Chickasaw Nation, is strong and getting stronger.
Governor Anoatubby gave an update on tribal finances, programs and services, and information on milestones and more. He also shared that the tribe is constructing a new event center located just northwest of the Chickasaw National Capital in Tishomingo. The new facility will host future annual meetings with seating for more than 2,400 people. View Governor Anoatubby's full State of the Nation address at annualmeeting.chickasaw.net.
The annual meeting also included an overview of measures that the tribe has taken to combat COVID-19.
As we are all aware, unfortunately, COVID-19 is still very much a part of our reality. Much of this year has been spent on our campaign promoting immunity within our communities. And to date, we have administered more than 68,000 total doses of vaccine. This includes citizens, employees, and anyone else who wanted a vaccine, regardless of tribal affiliation. We are very thankful that many of our employees received their vaccinations to protect both themselves and those we serve.
Lieutenant Governor Chris Anoatubby highlighted the new facilities used for COVID-19 testing and vaccinations. The Emergency Operations Facility in Ada features 16 drive-through lanes for vaccination efforts. The Chickasaw Nation Medical Center alternate care site offers 48 new beds to isolate and treat COVID-19 patients during surges. And the medical center expanded its lab this year. The tribe also built 9 cottages near the medical center to quarantine patients with positive COVID-19 tests. The units have also been used as temporary shelters for Chickasaws facing housing instability during the pandemic.
The pediatric drive-through tents are back up at the Chickasaw Nation Medical Center. The drive-through facilities allow families a safer environment for their appointment during the fall-winter season with respiratory illnesses. Children stay in the vehicle while healthcare providers assess and treat them.
So these services are for children who need urgent care type of services. So non-emergent urgent care services. Emergencies would still need to go through the emergency room, of course, but for the ear infections, the cough, the colds, the sore throats, the stuffy noses, the asthma, the allergies, those sort of things, those are ideal visits to be seen and evaluated and treated here in our drive-through facility. Well visits, newborn checkups, those can be safely done in the medical center without the cross-contamination of all of our urgent care kiddos being in the same waiting room.
The pediatric drive-through facilities are located just behind the alternate care site on the campus of the Chickasaw Nation Medical Center. Patients do still need to get an appointment. The pediatric drive-through clinic was first utilized last November.
The Emergency Rental Assistance Program is a resource that's helped more than 2,000 citizens. The program assists with rent and utility for eligible households impacted by COVID-19. Assistance may be issued for eligible costs incurred between March 13, 2020 and currently now. Eligibility includes being unemployed and having a household income that's at or below 80% of the area median.
It is available to our Chickasaw citizens anywhere in the United States. So many folks have been impacted by COVID-19. They've lost employment, they've lost family members, their stability that was once there is gone. This program allows them at least the stability to know that they will have a household, they will have utilities. And we've actually been able to assist over 2,000 Chickasaw folks, whether they're an applicant or within the household. And so those are Chickasaw lives that have been changed. We've received feedback from several applicants that this has allowed them to get on their feet. And they are so thankful that this program is able to provide that assistance and they're not having to worry about that.
More than $4.8 million have helped pay for past due rent and utilities. Get in touch with the staff for additional program details. They can help you know what information and documents are needed to apply for the program.
Throughout the pandemic, home maintenance programs for elders have continued. We connected with Brad Frizzell to learn about the work that crews do to serve Chickasaw senior citizens.
So home maintenance, we have 3 programs that kind of fall under that umbrella. That's the minor home maintenance repair for our Chickasaw elders. We have a supplemental lawn mowing program the summer, springtime, April through the end of September. And then we do a supplemental firewood program for those that heat their home with firewood, and that goes from November to the end of March.
During the pandemic, these services continue, right? The mowing continues for our elders, their property.
Yes, we never stop providing services to our elders. With the lawn mowing program, a lot of them can't mow their yard anymore. And we mow every 2 weeks. So that's 13 cycles pretty much. It's for Chickasaw citizens 60 and older who live within the Chickasaw Nation boundaries, all 13 and a half counties. So we, on that program alone, usually cover anywhere from 950 elders, almost climbing to 1,000. The minor home maintenance, on that one, we did have to enter the home. On the lawn mowing program, wasn't so much contact. We can just wave from the porch and do our job. With the home maintenance, we knew we had to enter the home, so we made sure and provided masks, shields, kind of cloth coverings, so there wouldn't be much contact, and just explain to the elder, please kind of stay away. And if you have any COVID symptoms, please let us know. We'll figure something out to assist you. And they do have to own the home and live in the home. And the goal on that is to try to keep our elders living in their home on their own for as long as possible. Nobody wants to go to an assisted living facility or even nursing home. Those things may happen, but we want to try to do things to make sure that they can stay in that home as long as possible. And that could be something simple. We go in and we repair leaking faucets, leaking commodes, install a handicap commode, install a handrail to help you get off the commode, handrails to help you get into the shower. Maybe you need a ramp. Maybe you're on a walker and making those steps isn't hard, so we go in and build you a small ramp.
There is no charge for the home maintenance or the lawn mowing.
No, all you do is pick up the phone and call us, and we try to take care of everything for you. And if it's something that we can't do, we try to find you a resource that can assist with it. We do care and appreciate our elders. We know the sacrifices that they have given, and we want to make sure that they're taken care of so we can continue to learn from them.
Elders share wisdom and life lessons. They pass down culture and traditions.
The Silver Feather Award, established in 1999, honors Chickasaws who have committed their lives to the preservation of tribal culture, language, and way of life. Chickasaw Elder Gene Underwood received this year's Silver Feather Award. Keeping the Chickasaw culture alive has been important to Mr. Underwood, a Chickasaw Nation Hall of Fame inductee and tribal legislator from 1983 to 1992.
He taught us everything that he could.
His granddaughter, Taloa Underwood, accepted the Silver Feather Award on his behalf. Taloa spoke with us recently, sharing that her grandfather is the inspiration for this Mahota textile design in 2020 called the Eagle.
I wanted to create something for him that represented him. To me, my grandfather is a powerful man, and he's wise and knowledgeable, and anything Chickasaw, I've actually learned from him. When I was little, he taught me, the Chickasaw language, everything that he knew. And so that's what the eagle represents to me is, the eagle is a powerful bird. We believe it's a spiritual bird because it flew the closest to the Creator. And, just that represents my grandfather to me as well. Because he taught me everything about, the spiritual world.
We take you now to a long-standing event, the Chickasaw Nation's Princess Pageant. Participants are judged in categories that include talent, poise, and traditional regalia. 3 young ladies were crowned Chickasaw princesses for 2021-2022. Nanola Wallace is now serving as Little Miss Chickasaw. Jayla Underwood is crowned Chickasaw Junior Princess. And Faithlyn Seawright is proud to serve as Chickasaw Princess. Faithlyn graduated this year from the Institute of American Indian Arts with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Museum Studies. We connected with her this summer while she was interning at the Mississippi Department of Archives and History. She gave us insight on the work there to preserve and protect Native artifacts.
Going in and reinterpreting some of their panels or objects and giving more feedback as to what these items might be. In some cases, currently, we do have some pieces of pottery that might be burial items, but we do not know. And so we're looking to pull those items out and have them looked at by tribal representatives to confirm that, yes, this should not be on display, or no, this just looks like something that might have been buried with someone. And what's been so exciting to work at MDAH is to see their passion for repatriation in general. And what I'm doing is going in, helping go through boxes and different collections to see what needs to go back to their tribes and to be reburied, such as burial items, and there are ancestral remains that we currently have housed but are waiting to be repatriated. Caring for sacred objects has always been a passion of mine, and even when it comes to doing things in a good way, as we say. And I can see that, growing up just with my cultural background, why that was, put within me and what I learned. But I expressed how important it was because there was a time when museums would have never thought to do this.
Faithlyn is also involved with a nonprofit group called Regalia Making Relatives. The volunteers reach out to Native American youth in foster care or those adopted. The group makes regalia for the youth, mentor them, and offer cultural resources and encouragement. We'll have more on Regalia Making Relatives in an upcoming episode of CNTV.
If you haven't explored CSAM virtually, now is a great time. CSAM, the Southeastern Art Show and Market, is online again this year due to COVID-19 precautions. The virtual art market showcases the talents of Southeastern and woodland artists, both adults and youth.
Just looking at the artwork, you would be hard-pressed to tell whether it was a youth or adult. they're very, very good. These are emerging artists, very talented youth.
Explore a wide variety of art. Make purchases all online. Visit csam.net from now through the end of the year. Chickasaw artists are known worldwide for their talents.
A Chickasaw citizen gives us an inside look into one of her pieces of art that's being preserved for future generations.
It's really relaxing and meditative for me.
When Tyra Shackelford finds time to weave, positive thoughts take over.
You always want to have good thoughts and be in a good place when you're creating, and you can't sit there and be negative or get upset or angry if you're making mistakes, because that negative energy will go into that piece too. And so if you start to feel that way, you have to walk away and come back when you feel good again.
The Chickasaw artist, who has a degree in chemistry, blends her mathematical and design skills to create beautiful signature pieces.
You're counting and you're looking for patterns and numbers in your weaving. And so I think it just naturally, my brain just naturally works that way. After college, I got to go work for Cultural Resources. And I had the opportunity to research prehistoric textiles, which is something a lot of people don't realize or know about. They don't know that we've had woven items for 8,000 years in North America. And so all of that just fascinated me. And I started learning and experimenting with those techniques.
She specializes in 3 ancient weaving techniques: twining, finger weaving, and spraying. Tyra used spraying, a lace-making technique, to produce the Lady. It's a stunning piece that's traveled the country, part of the Visual Voices exhibition. Tyra says the Lady is based on stories from journals written in the 1500s when Europeans first made contact with Native American tribes. They encountered a female tribal leader who was covered in white fabric.
So you can tell just from what they write and how they write about her that she was respected and revered by her people. And I wanted to embody some of those characteristics in this piece I was creating. So I decided to create a large shawl that would take a human form, even though you can't see the person in it. I wove it so the fabric is a rectangular shape, and one half of the fabric is a tighter weave, and the other half of the fabric is a looser weave. And it can hang and it can spread out really wide.
The piece gained the attention of the Smithsonian. Tyra has woven a Lady number 2 for the Smithsonian.
That's gonna be there forever. And couple hundred years from now, some Chickasaw is gonna go research their archives and find my work. It's an honor, it really is. One of the things that I wanted to do when I was creating this piece was to give that message that we're still here. And, you know, even though this woman is from 500 years ago, her story's still here. Those same types of characteristics and emotions and feelings that people embody, we still embody that. We're still strong, resilient people today. So that's one thing I want people to carry with them when they see the piece. I kind of hope that some other museum will reach out in the future and say, make a Lady number 3, and then there'll be the 3 sisters somewhere.
We hope so. It's a lot of fun to watch Tyra weave, and to know that everything is done by hand is really special.
Tyra told us she learned the traditional techniques of weaving at age 12 from a Seminole elder who was part of her native dance troupe. The Chickasaw Press and White Dog Press unveiled the season's new publications. See the 5 new books at chickasawpress.com. The books include historical fiction, titles for young readers, profiles on elders, Chickasaw citizens, and culture. Order the publications at chickasawpress.com. We're glad you spent time with us for this episode featuring the Chickasaw Nation's annual meeting and festival, a virtual gathering of our people.
We hope you stay well. We'll see you back here next time for another edition of CNTV.